Did I just see a confirmation on Atra carrying Mika's child? But on top of that, Atra was fine with Kudelia? Yo! Like, I don't even know what to fucking say. Like, fucking Atra and Mika confirmed. Atra is carrying Mika's child. But then, once all of this is already done, Atra's like, why don't you have a baby with Mika as well? Says that straight up to Cordelia, like, right in front of Mika. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yo, what? Like, oh my god, this is happening. Like, my boy Mika, you got that nausea inside of you. Like, nausea had that legit harem going on, but Mika's the next nausea. Like, oh my god, like, holy shit, this man has Atra, and there is even a possibility that Kudelia as well now, because there was a cutaway. Like, we have it to where Atra, Kudelia, and Mika, they were hugging and shit, they were talking about it, and it seemed like Kudelia was fine with it, Atra was fine with it, obviously, and Mika obviously would be fine with it, so, and then there's a cutaway from that scene. Holy shit, did Mika did he just have sex with Kudelia as well? Oh my god, like, this is a legit harem, like, a real fucking harem that's not trying to be a tease or trying to make you choose one girl. Mika has a fucking harem. Damn, like, this man is Nazi right now. Holy shit, holy shit. Okay. So, death flag, by the way, like, a lot, like, a big-ass fucking death flag. Like, look, if you were blind, okay, you would still see the death flag. That's how big the fucking death flag is now that Mika has a child inside of Atra, and most likely Bane Kudelia as well. So, death flag, big death flag. This man dead. Like, this man dead. Like, he was dead the moment that was spoken in this episode. Soon as she said that she was carrying Mika's child, I'm like, this motherfucker dead. Like, he dead. Like, this man is not gonna make it. Like, he is gone. Like, once this series, Season 2 ends, Mika's dead. Like, there was some chance that he might survive, but nope, that's not happening now. Because what I have seen so far from Gundam, so far from this series, my first Gundam series, romance is not something that ends in happiness. No, and that's death flags. Any relationship just ends in tragedy. One or the other dies. Mika's had death flags for a long time now because of what's been going on. But now because of this, man dead. The man dead as fuck. Like, this man is not gonna make it out. And if he does not die, this man's gonna be a vegetable before everything is said and done. Like, this man is gonna be unable to use his body at all. Even while he's probably in Barbados. He's probably not going to be able to use his body because of just that flag alone in this episode. So, oh my god. So, at the very least, we know Mika will carry on his will through Atra and most likely Kudelia as well with his children. This man had a legit harem. Holy hell. Holy hell. So, yeah. Anyways, besides that, let's talk about the situation that Tekadon is in facing in this episode, and what they must overcome in next week's episode. So, Tekadon is forced with a very serious decision. And that decision is that, will they try to run away and take the easy way out, or will they stand and fight and take the hard way out? And as we know, when it comes to Tekadon, okay, and when it comes to what Orga's been trying to accomplish since the very beginning, they'll take the fastest route possible to choose their goal. That means even if they have to sacrifice others. And in this case, Orga tried to take the easy way out and try to take the quick way, but it didn't result in that. He has to go the long and hard way to be able to achieve his goal, which is to save Tekadon, but also give them all a bright and good future, because now he's faced with the situation to where everyone's going to have to die. There is no backing out of what has happened now. You cannot run away from it. You cannot do anything. You have to face Gallahorn and face what you have done, the enemies you have made. For you working with Mr. Chocolate has caused the situation you're in. And you see the desperation in this episode where Tekkadan, all their funds have been frozen, all accounts and all that. They no longer have really any money. But at the end, there is some money that comes in. But overall, though, everything has been frozen. And they really have no money to work on. They can't really do any repairs, fix the Gundam frames or anything like that because of the situation they're in. But on top of that, everyone on Mars and everyone probably on different planets that's been colonized, they know about this, they know about Tekkadan, and now they're pretty much a criminal organization. So nobody wants to be affiliated with Tekkadan. Anyone that was a partner with Tekkadan pretty much has cut all ties with them because they don't want to be affiliated with them, because obviously if they continue to send them money or support them, they would be thrown into the mix and they'll probably be hunted down or, tied to Tekkadan and say like, oh, you're a criminal organization as well. So everybody is obviously cutting ties with Tekkadan, which that's just the obvious. That's what would obviously happen in this type of situation. And there's a lot of hard decisions that are being made throughout this episode. And it looks very bleak for Tekkadan because Orga pops up and is like, everybody, I'll tell you right now, we're far away from what I wanted, what we all wanted. And if you want to quit right now, go for it. I won't hold it against you because I will not force you to continue to fight. And on top of that, I can't pay you or anything. And the way he talks about this, he's saying that Tekkadan is starting from, zero. Completely from the bottom once again. And they have to work themselves all the way up back again. And it's a very hard time for them. And so anyone that wants to leave and not be a part of this, go right now while you have the chance. So he gave everyone a decision to be able to leave if they wanted to, but a lot of them decide to stay because they have nowhere else to go. They already have a bad past criminal record, and even if they were to leave, there is nothing for them. They don't probably have family, or they probably just can't get a job because obviously they can't get hired because of their their record and backstory and all that. They just can't get hired anywhere. So they're pretty much fucked even if they left Tekkadan. They may be alive, but they probably won't have a good life at all. So, because of this, they stayed with Orga. A lot of them did, and they're willing to just face, the music as well, just face their death and all that, because there's just nothing better they really can do. They'd rather believe in Orga than just go out there, abandon everyone, and then just die a shitty death. So, they stand with Orga, and Orga's like, he tries to talk and figure out a way to get Tekkadan out. He tries to give up Mr. Chocolate. And, honestly, I figured that something like that was going to happen because of the way it was being hinted at the past couple episodes, but I just didn't think that outcome would happen with Rustle and how he's like, no, Tekkadan, you can't get out of this. Like, you guys are going to die. Like, all of you are going to fucking die. Even if you were to sacrifice yourself, y'all are going to die because you're going to be an example for everyone to see where nobody does this shit again. And so, he's setting an example with Tekkadan to kill all of them and use them as that big image of don't start shit with Gallahorn. And here you go. So, even Orga trying to give up his life and help everyone else out, he couldn't do it. And so they have to stand and fight. And at the end of the episode, they're completely surrounded. So, things are looking very bleak right now for them because, number one, they can't really repair anything. They have limited supplies. They have no connection to the outside because the internet and everything's been cut off, apparently. So, I mean, they're just in very bad shape. And with Gallahorn there with a big force, it's just like, they're probably going to die. A lot of them are going to die before everything is said and done to probably get maybe a handful of them out of there. And it's kind of fucked when you think about it. And on top of that, though, I noticed at the end of the episode, Mr. Chocolate was smiling. When he was looking at the entire army of Gallahorn, he was smiling. It isn't really explained why he was smiling. I'm assuming he has some form of plan or something, but overall, though, it's not looking good. Because with them being completely surrounded at their base and all that, people are going to die. A lot of people are going to die. I honestly would not be surprised if Mika died next episode because of the death lag he got in this episode. But on top of that, since we're reaching closer and closer to the conclusion of Gundam Season 2, I can only assume that Mika is going to die very soon. So, there is a likely possibility he might die in next week's episode, standing and fighting to get everyone out of Tekkadan's headquarters, just so they can escape, and then he just gives his life up, just to make sure they're all safe. I see something like that happening. I easily can see something like that happening in next week's episode, depending on where it goes. So, yeah, very bad, but overall, Tekadon's overcome worse. So we'll see how many people we lose. But that death flag, though, too big right now, Mika. That man probably, he's a dead man walking. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or nights wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.